The band was started for the Six Towns One City Carnival. We were always hiring bands out every year when we have the carnival, so we thought if we start our own steel band, then we can save that money and also have a steel band in Stoke-on-Trent.
The only changes really, it's the people who come through. So when we started, there were more like, we had some students from the university, they were Trinidadian, so they came in and they played before as well. So we had a bit of the expertise and the constant band members. And then when they all left, it was just a couple of us. But over time, we've been able to recruit a few more people and, you know, a friend invite a friend. And so we're a full band now.
Tell me about how you're feeling about like this experience. Like, have you done anything like this before?
Like what?
Like played any musical instruments before?
So the only instrument I ever played before was a flute, and that was like for a year or something, and then I didn't like it anymore. That was the only thing I ever played. Then at school I had to play a bit of, I think it was a cello, and what is it called? Drums, like some kind of drums. I forgot what they're called. And I wasn't good at it, but yeah. So I'm excited how this goes. With me not being good at music, I can't read any notes or anything, so this is fun.
Nice. Have you guys ever played anything like a musical instrument before? Like, have you played something like that?
I've played drums for like 8 years,
Well,
but I've never been very good at it.
Oh, okay. So, do you think you're going to do any better with steel drums then?
I hope so. I'll see how it goes.
Cool. And what do you think about, is this the first time you've ever played a musical instrument, or?
No, I played like I've played the cello, I've played the guitar, but I've never played the drums.
So, are you excited to be playing the drums then?
I am. I feel like someone told me that it's quite difficult, so but I'm ready for the challenge. Yeah.
Oh, are we going in? Get off the phone. Sorry.
It's just literally shaking. You can't really. Limbo is it calypso? Yeah, is it? Yeah. So just you'll hear it in a minute. You can't do it wrong. That's what you just
favourite song that you like to play or like to hear?
Limbo.
And what's that? How often do you play that?
At least once every practice, and sometimes sometimes on a gig.
Yeah, have you been on a gig?
Yeah.
And how'd that feel?
It felt fun, but a little bit like I feel a little bit nervous because like lots of people are watching me.
But how does it feel like playing to all those people? Is it?
It feels like nice because people like listen to my music and like most of them like it.
Cool.
Yeah, so the band is kind of like an orchestra. So all the different pans have like a different tone to it. So the one that I play is the bass, so you just associate that with like a bass guitar or something like that. The ones at the front, they're a bit smaller, more shallow, so they make the higher pitch noises, so it's like a piano kind of sound. And then the ones in the middle, they're a bit deeper. They are like the rhythm section, like a guitar, that sort of thing. So every pan, every set of pans has like a different set of music to it, and then it all comes together in like one lovely song. Yeah, like an orchestra.
And I play the drum kit for the steel band.
Cool. So how did you get involved with steel band?
I just got introduced 2 years ago by my drum teacher, and then I enjoyed it, so I kept doing it.
Cool. Have you kind of like, how does it feel kind of being among some of the youngest people like within the kind of band? Like,
Yeah, I feel alright with it. I quite like it because they're all alright with me, and I get on with them, so it's just normal.
cool. Like, and how long have you been playing with them? Like,
About 2 years,
yeah.
roughly.
And you've has it felt to be a part of it?
Good, yeah. I've had a few experiences with them, with some shows and stuff.
Cool. Like, one of the only guys as well.
Yeah.
How does that kind of feel?
It gets a bit thingy sometimes, but it's just being my dad. But they're alright with me, with us both, and they just treat us the same, so it's no different.
Cool. Right. How was it difficult to kind of get this kind of started?
It wasn't difficult because we had a very experienced teacher right here in Stoke-on-Trent who was raring and ready to go. So once we had the teacher, then we just had to advertise and get people that were interested.
Cool. How did you get involved originally?
Originally, I worked with the centre, Nasaka. So yeah, it was just easy to get involved.
Fair enough. And like, how has it been since kind of joining? What kind of atmosphere you've had here?
It's been good. It's like a little family. People always come. They can be a bit intimidated by the pans because you see them and you think, ooh, but then eventually people get to enjoy it, get into the music. We play a lot of different varieties, so you don't have to know anything about music. Yeah, so people generally get in it, and we have a laugh, which make it fun. We try not to be hard on each other. We just try to enjoy, try to learn, help each other. We've got people, that one lady, for example, she's a retired music teacher, so she's really instrumental when it comes to the technical bit. And then we've got one lady that played it like 15 years ago, so for her it was like getting back on a bicycle. So yeah, we just come together and enjoy it and have a laugh.
I just put this back. Okay.
Yeah. So A. So you kind of like going in the
Should we try it? We'll take it really slow. Oh.
And obviously, I've seen you kind of teaching Victoria.
Yeah.
How's it feel kind of being at the other end, like giving some people advice?
Oh, it's a bit weird, I suppose. Usually I'm on the student end, if you liked, but it's all right actually. It's nice to be able to explain to somebody how you play what you play and how to explain the beats and things like that. So, and she's a quick learner, so she was all right.
We'll just keep looping it, yeah? We'll take it a little bit slow for the guys that are just learning, yeah?
What's the kind of the best aspect of the group, do you, in your kind of opinion?
For me, the best aspect of the group is just that we can all come together from different backgrounds, different life experiences. We've got people who are retired. Like I said, one lady also in the group now, she's an active Morris dancer. So that's completely different from what she does with the steel band. We've got people who are retired teachers. Some people are teachers now. And you've got a few of us from the Caribbean. So it's just good that we can all come together and be, you know, united by pan and enjoy it, you know, like we've been doing it for years.
Cool. And kind of as a final kind of question, what would you kind of say to someone who's looking into doing something like this?
Definitely, come, have a go, have a learn. And if you're really, really bad, there's always percussion. That's what we say, there's always percussion. There's any musical ability, but if you think you really can't keep a beat, there's always percussion.
Pan in A minor is my favorite song at the moment. It wasn't, when I first started to learn it, I missed the first lesson. So when I came in, everybody was like way ahead of me, which is really, really weird because then you kind of have to catch up, but then it's a lot more notes that I'm used to playing. So it took me ages to learn it, but now that I know it, I love playing it every chance I get. We don't play often enough. Yeah.
And kind of as a final kind of thing, what would you say to someone who would be interested in doing something like this?
It's a lot of fun. You don't have to have any musical background whatsoever. You know, we teach everything from scratch and we have all sorts of people, so, you know, don't be shy. You just want to, you know, have a good, fun night, I suppose, learning something new, then it's for you.
Previously that you guys have been involved with kind of gigs. What kind of things have you done?
Well, every year we play at the carnival, the main reason why we got started. We've also done a couple of weddings, we've done community events, events at the local library. We've even, I think the furthest we've been so far is Telford. Yeah.
And kind of before this, did you personally have any experience playing any instruments? Is this kind of a new experience?
No, had no experience playing steel pan. I'd always seen it, but never played it before. So yeah, it was something new and interesting to do. I think people are excited to get, it's something new and it's something different. People are used to some of the other instruments, but the steel pan, a lot of people see it on TV or you might see it somewhere else. But I think people are enthusiastic when they get involved and they see that it's not as serious as it looks. You know, it's a fun instrument to play.
And how's it feel to kind of be the only group like in Stoke?
It's good. It's kind of notorious. You know, the only steel band in Stoke-on-Trent. So it's good. A favourite song? I've got a few favourite songs. I like the ones, the upbeat ones, like Sugar Boom, for example. In the Caribbean, they tend to sing about, Sugar Boom is about a lady with a nice bottom. So that's where the Sugar Boom comes from, you know, sweet bottom. So songs like that, it really gets you moving, gets everybody dancing. Yeah.
What's your kind of part within by playing percussion?
Just like keeping in time and keeping like the main beat of the songs.
And how long did it kind of take you to like stay with, like, get in touch with the group, like be with the group sort of thing? Like, did it take much time to settle?
No, I was down with it within about 3 weeks because it's just main simple rhythms that I already knew. So it's just putting towards the time signatures that the steel drums use, because they're obviously different.
Yeah. Like how different is it? Like obviously I'm not a musician.
Yeah.
So how different is like a percussion drum compared to a steel drum?
So when I'm playing, they're playing half the beat as I'm playing.
Okay.
So it's like that.
Involved with any kind of special events? You said they were with the carnival.
Yeah. So we play every year for the carnival, usually on the main stage. Last year we didn't actually, but usually play on the main stage. And we're a community steel band, so anybody who wants to hire us, we come along. It doesn't really matter your budget, as long as we can cover a van cost and stuff and petrol and things like that, then we're okay. If you want to pay more, then that's great.
Alright, so obviously we've just seen you guys playing on steel drums. Like, if we go one by one, like, how did you feel it went? Like, did you enjoy it?
So I really, really enjoyed it, and I had so much fun. It was a bit of a workout with like the whole thing of going everywhere, and sometimes, like one time I actually nearly fell and over one of the drums because I wanted to reach one behind me. But yeah, it was really fun.
Cool.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was great. Just something different. It was a bit. In some ways it was easier than I thought it would be, and in other ways it was a lot harder than I thought it would be.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it, and like it was easy as like it was clear where to hit it, but it was where is it, like, because it goes so fast. You're sort of like, where's A, where's B? But no, I really liked it, and yeah.
Cool. Would you guys kind of do it again?
I would.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'll definitely do it again.
Definitely.
Did you actually know like this kind of existed? Like,
I've heard of it, but no.
I didn't know it existed at all.
like
I mean, I knew steel drums existed, but not a whole room of people playing them.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't even know that steel drums existed, so I'm like, okay, cool.
And have you guys, has any of you played any instruments beforehand, like before doing this?
I've played the normal drum kit, but not the steel drums.
And how did you find that kind of difference?
It was different in that you have to keep track of notes on steel drums, but not really as much on a drum kit. But the whole like keeping in rhythm thing is quite similar.
Keeping rhythm's quite hard. Like when you practice, it's so easy, but when everyone starts and the music's playing, that you just lose track.
You have to
know.
count in your head.
I know, but I can't.
I mean,
I have to literally lip read that.
so I did dance like before, so I'm like kind of used to keeping with the rhythm, and then I realised from being in choir that like I still remember how the notes work sometimes, so like how long to keep them, so that helped a lot as well.
Cool. And like obviously it's a very new kind of experience for you guys. Like how did it feel coming into this? Like you guys nervous at doing it?
I was nervous because I didn't want to like mess up, and because everyone's playing at the same time, I didn't want to like ruin it. So you like try and do it a bit quietly. So you're like, if I ruin it, then they won't notice. But no, it's good. You get into it in the end. You're like, yeah, just
Yeah.
go for it.
Yeah, in the beginning I was like really nervous. It was just like, it was so big, everything around me, and like, where to hit it, where is it, I can't find it. And sometimes I just didn't do it anymore because I was like, I lost it, and I was just like saying, okay, cool, yeah, this is fun.
Yeah.
Cool, guys. And like obviously now you guys have kind of experienced it. What would you say to someone that was in your position beforehand, like they'd never played anything like this? What would you say to them?
Give it a go.
Yeah, just go for it.
It's a lot more fun than you would think it would be,
Yeah.
and the time goes very quickly
Really
when
fast.
you're doing it because it's a
Yeah.
lot of fun.
Yeah.
So definitely go and do it.
Like 2 hours felt like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
All right.
Thank you.